see the invisible. Roll, fight the power, touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Roll, fight the power. It's all about that he says, she says bullshit. I think you better quit letting shit slip. We'll be leaving with a bang. Now the Ripper, your granddaddy's worst nightmare. Got bitches on my dick, but I'm quite fair. Money on my motherfucking mind. Cop 7 granddads at the same time. Big. I want to eat your dick. Mouth wide open like I was at the dentist. Here's a little lesson in trickery. This is going down in history. If you wanna be a villain number one, have to chase the superhero run. The fun stories that your mind started from the town of the rock, story. Welcome back, Master. Hope you had a good time listening to this tune. I had a good time singing it. Yes, that was me. Wolf Girl Sanchan Tankun Senpai Senpu Sensei. Well, have a good night's rest. Doggy's gotta go to sleep after singing that kinky ass shit. Like the legend of the phoenix, that ends with beginnings. What keeps the planet spinning? The force from the beginning.
Kind regards, masses, it's me, Highbike, and I am back with some more Hakuoki Chronicles of Wind and Blossom. So the song that we were listening to for pre-stream was Love Theme from Maroon Go, which is a totally real game, and that was a Sifa Gunner rip. And the pre-stream video was also a Sifa Gunner rip. I don't know if that was a giveaway. That was Goldenrod Game Corner, the beta mix full version from Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. But I play both of those. I mean, I know I play a lot of Siva Gunner rips anyways, but today is the 10th anniversary of the Siva Gunner channel, so I have to celebrate, of course. Siva Gunner means a lot to me. I haven't been keeping up with the channel as much as I have back when they first started, but I have some good memories. There's been some good memories of the channel over the years, and I'm glad to see that they're still going strong. Like, that pre-stream video was actually played at a MagFest DJ set that, someone from the team was doing to represent, but, it looked so awesome. I was watching the concert footage today, and it just looks so fun. Like, the visuals are popping. Like, first off, going with the pre-stream song, so I wanted to choose one of my favorite rips, and that's one of my favorites because I love the meme medley at the end. Like, if I do karaoke for the original song is This Love by Maroon 5, but sometimes I'll choose this song and then I'll throw people off by doing that meme medley at the end, and it's like, whoa. But yeah, and then I don't do the freaky ass outro though, because I don't need that, but it is pretty funny. But all jokes aside, the singer does a pretty good job covering the song. The reason why Maroon 5 is kind of a big meme on the Siva Gunner channel is because the creator of the channel, Chase the Chat, his favorite band is Maroon 5. So he'll be uploading a lot of Maroon 5 related rips or rips pertaining to Kara's Flowers, which is what Maroon 5 used to be. But yeah, no, it's just I thought that would be a good representation because a lot of the memes in that last medley towards the end are memes that have been used in the Siva Gunner channel. Like, that rip was uploaded 8 years ago, and it still stays near and dear to my heart. And the Goldenrod Game Corner one, I wasn't expecting the Persona 5 thrown in there, but it was cool seeing Miku dance around with the visuals. But the visuals are just amazing. Like, they take some visuals from Daft Punk's Get Lucky, which is the song that's mashed up with the Goldenrod Game Corner, along with Wake Up, Get Up, Get Out There from Persona 5. But I just love that they kind of implement that Persona 5 aesthetic and also the lyric videos there. And, like, of course, they start out with, like, the legend of the penis. Yeah, like, I don't know if you guys know about that that lyric video for Get Lucky. Someone put that as a lyric, so the channel likes to reference that quite a bit. But this specific mashup goes back way back towards like the beginning of the channel era. Like they've mixed the Goldenrod Game Corner with Get Lucky, and they'd keep referencing that specific rip throughout the years. So it was cool to see this included in their live set. But yeah. So happy 10th to Siva Gunner. I don't know what I'd do without Siva Gunner. I've had many good memories. Like, my favorite moments of the channel are the King for a Day and King for Another Day tournaments, where it's like they'll have fictional characters or celebrities, like, you know, just like, you know, like they do little characters, and they'll represent like different themes that they can bring to the channel. It's like we could have rips styled. Like, they even had Jack Bros as a contestant for the second tournament that they did. But it was really fun keeping up with that, because you could vote for who you wanted to win. Like, there'd be different matchups and stuff, so it was like a bracket style tournament. So I looked forward to every update for those tournaments. But yeah, how are we doing today? Tuna, Jacob, Anthony, and Chuck, what is up? Yeah, I can see some sciencey facts here in the chat. I'm not gonna read all that. It's too long. I'm not your daddy, I'm your granddad. Yeah. All you can hear is Chris Pratt saying, "Mushroom Kingdom, here we come," seeing the face cam. Yes. It's a me. But not really. Attempt to fuck bees. Yes, that's another one of my favorite jokes on the channel. Yeah, no, I remember all those It's Hip memes. Yeah, the starting days of the channel. Ugh, good times. My connection is showing a little wonky. Oh wait, no, it's back in the green. But if I do happen to cut out, then you know. Today is Yuri's 55th birthday. Yuri Lowenthal? Damn, happy birthday to Yuri Lowenthal. Like, voice for Sasuke, Ben 10, Yosuke, Dorkun. Yeah, he old. What a legend, though. Like, I'm glad to... sometimes I see his Instagram posts and stuff, and it's nice getting to see, you know, he's living his good life, his best life with his family, and I love that for him. Sasuke himself. Someday I'll meet him and I'll have him sign something. It'll happen someday. Just you wait. But yeah. Anyways, how are you guys doing today? I'm doing pretty great. Let me go ahead and I'm going to start the game. But yeah, no, today it wasn't too bad. Kinda chill for the most part. There was one client though. I'll get to that in a little bit. But first, to recap Hakuoki, we got Ito drunk And it was funny because Hijikata was the one who was all like, you know, being all carefree, and he's like, let me pour you a drink, which is like totally out of character for him. But yeah, no, they were getting him so drunk that he wouldn't be able to defend himself for the assassination that would happen later in the night. So we got to see the behind the scenes of that, which is cool because we only ever hear of the event happening through our narrator, Yukimura, or maybe like the characters talk about it, but we never actually see it happen on screen. So that was interesting to see. People are starting to realize how close Yukimura is getting to Soma. And also Soma did a pinky promise with Yukimura. You know, like, I promise I'll protect you. Oh, that's right, and cycling back, Ito's brother Miki found out about the assassination, and through Soma and Yukimura talking outside of the Shinsengumi headquarters, and he's like, what the fuck? So he picked a fight with Soma, then he ran away. And I think Miki dies off screen anyways? No, wait, no, he can't. I don't know, I feel like he's gonna be relevant. Like, cause he's way more relevant in this route than he is other routes. Like, we've never seen something like that happen before, so it's interesting. That's why I like doing all these routes. You get to see a little more aspects, like some things change for the routes. But yeah. It's funny, you met Yuri and saw him charge 150 for autographs and pics and was like, yeah, well, to me, it'd be worth it. I gotta get a Yosuke signature. I gotta. It's okay. I get the good goods. I'm so rich. But anyways, so that's the recap. We'll find out. We're getting a little closer to the end of the Kyoto Winds portion for not Iba, Soma. I can smell danger coming. But yeah. I think it's funny the game makes a big deal out of introducing Kaoru every time, but he's only done something in Okita's route, right? Like, it's just like, hey, here's this character. So it's kind of funny. Yeah, it's like you do anyone else's route, and it's like, okay, that's a thing, that's a person that's here who happens to look like Yukimura. And they don't even, I don't think they even reveal that he's Yukimura's twin. I don't remember. But yeah. You've been having fun today testing stuff on your new PVM. Seeing Persona 4 on a TV like in the intro was cool. It's been years. Yeah, that is cool. Having you get that nice retro vibe again. Like, the nostalgia. Throwbacks. Exactly, they don't even reveal Kaoru's a man in like pretty much all the routes. So it's just like, whoa, twinsy? You just... Wow, that me? Kind of, I guess. But yeah. Oh, here, let me put the continue up so it doesn't loop the intro. But yeah, the only big thing that really stood out today, client-wise, so there was this old lady that we got, and one of the PEC staff was saying, oh, you should, she was telling the client, oh, Quick can refer you to this team for old people. We never make referrals to that team, but one of the new staff used to work on said team, so I was like, here, you can have this one. That PEC staff apparently was supposed to give us paperwork for the referral, but she never did. So it's like, okay, whatever. But this client was very demanding, very shouty and stuff. She just wanted different housing, so my new staff just printed out a housing provider list that our agency kind of contracts with or whatever. But once she was trying to, discharge her, the lady starts, acting all delusional and stuff, like, oh, Jesus of Nazareth, I have his kids, blah blah blah. Like, she kept like kind of censoring like her problems like around religion or whatever. And then, so she has a walker, right? It's like a walker with like a basket, and she very slowly picks up this package that's in the basket, and then she throws it at the door. Like, it was just the slowest fucking throw I've ever seen. Interaction of the day. Have a good day. I won't. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, like I was gonna step in and make sure, you know, everything was okay, but Dick stepped out before and he's like, I got this. So he did his therapy magic, and you know, it's like he's really good at de-escalating and kind of deflecting clients' complaints back at them or whatever. But we let her rest. Oh, also our boss stepped in and he was just like picking up the stuff that she threw. And then he calmed her down a little too. But we let her sit while we kept getting other clients, and then once all our other clients were gone, Dick talked to her and then she was okay to go home. She kept saying that she was also saying that she wanted like her roommate like kicked out of her placement, but it took a while to get that out of her. But she agreed to be driven back, so he drove her back home. But during the car ride, apparently like she was the whole Delulu thing was an act. She was like, the last time I acted like that, I got a shot. And Dick is just explaining, we don't do shots over there, we don't give medication. And she was basically referring to the booty juice that Peck has. But she was like demanding that he walk her into her home, and he's like, no, that's not what we do. You can just go walk yourself. And that was it. Have a good day. I won't literally happen to you. Okay. That's funny. But yeah. Feel like listening to the It's Hip to Fuck Bees rip again. Yes, that's a good rip. Do it. Started a brand new Pokemon fan game called Pokerogue. Is it a roguelite? that sounds cool though. But yeah. Oh, also in good news, so the whole Quick team has been nominated by the county, like our county, like not just my agency, like the mental health stuff, but like this includes like the fire department or like whoever else works in the county. That's our whole team has been nominated for wonderful teamwork thanks to our boss. So there's an award ceremony that's later on in the month, so I guess we'll go to that. Also, we get free tickets to a hockey game, like a local hockey game, but I'm not interested in going. But I'm interested in going to the award ceremony, so we'll see how that goes. So that's cool. But anyways, we shall go into here. Puckball, yeah. Oh yeah, the Canadian here. Yeah, I've only ever been to like one puckball game. That was back in high school because like one of my friends invited me, and it was a booth. They were booth seats. I don't even remember really paying attention to the game. I just wanted to hang out, but it was a cool experience, I guess. It's okay. You have no interest in either. That's okay. No, it's not. You're Canadian. You're supposed to like that stuff. No, but I get it. Yeah, I'm not really much of a sports fan. Like, I'll play maybe tennis, but I don't really watch stuff. Well, the most I'll watch is soccer, really. And that's just kind of if it happens to be on. We'll win a lifetime supply of Nesquik or something. Honestly, though. Some shit like that. Leave it to the county. But yeah. Anyways, Kondo and Okita left the magistrate to receive further medical treatment. Following after, tensions between the shogunate are— wait a minute, hold on. If it's the black borders, we've seen this. I don't know why I saved here last time. I think I was getting pretty tired. Recently, the government was working hard, allowing you to drink an hour early at bars from 6 a.m. Wait, 6 a.m. from 7 a.m.? So you could watch the Olympic finals while drinking. Oh, that's happening now, huh? That's interesting. So, like, the bars open a little earlier, huh? It happened a week or so ago. Oh, okay. I haven't been keeping up. Like, Like the only Olympic footage I really watched was when Kyler and I went out for dinner on Valentine's Day because they were showing the cross country skiing on the TV screens there. When I was in school, did and when our class won something, they give the tub of red vines. Your school did that shit, that's why you hate licorice. Oh, okay. First off, I love red vines. Second, it's really just like the pizza party, you know what I mean? I don't remember really getting like the red vine treat. Yeah, if anything, it's the pizza party. That's what I remember.
組長、予想以上に弾幕に切れ目がなく、このままでは近づくどころではありません。たどり着く前に全滅は必至です。
くそ、どうにかなんねえのか。
やむを得引くしかあるまい。一つ前の辻まで下がって体勢を立て直す。動ける者は負傷者を連れて撤退しろ。
下がれ下がれ、振り返んな。しんがりは俺たち10番組が引き受けた。いいかお前ら、10番組の誇りにかけて一兵も敵を通すんじゃねえぞ。
Try not to move. I'm going to put pressure and wrap the bandage. The cut's not too deep. Hang in there. I could only begin to imagine how many of our men had been caught in the fire of those dreaded cannons. It had been only a day since the fighting broke out. I heard the constant groan of pain resounding throughout the magistrate as Yamazaki and I treated the injured soldiers. Yamazaki, how's he doing over there?
今のところはまだ大丈夫だ。とはいえ戦が始まって2日。負傷者の数は急速に増えつつある。今は十分に薬も足りているが、このままの状況が続けば厳しくなるだろう。
I wonder how the war is going out there. I feel like as time goes on, we're only seeing more and more of our own men. Being stuck in the magistrate made it tough to know how the fight was progressing. Just then, however, a pair of familiar faces returned from the battlefield. Soma! Nomura! Any wounds on the both of you? How is it out there?
どうもこうもねえよ。くそ、薩摩の野郎ども。
俺たちは幸い怪我もないですが、戦の方はかなり厳しい状況です。今も切り込んだ2番組が押し戻され、戦線を下げざるを得ませんでした。
なんなんだよ奴らの銃は。近づくこともできやしねえ。
It was just as Soma described. Although the Shinsengumi were unparalleled in their prowess with sword fights, being unable to fight in close combats nullified all of their strategies. Both Soma and Nomura were filthy and fatigued, and I couldn't find any words of comfort for them.
相馬くん、君は陸軍隊にいた時、長州の小銃隊と戦った経験があると聞いた。
はい、敵の射程と発射間隔については身をもって知っています。はっきり言って常人ならば敵陣に切り込む前に打ち倒されるでしょう。
常人なこの後日が落ちたら東堂さんたちの羅刹隊が戦場に出る。彼らなら事態を打開できるかもしれない。相馬くんは今一度彼らに銃の射程や特徴を伝えてきてくれ。この状況では正確な情報が何より。
You get why, but it's funny when the game says they're dirty or covered in blood, but their sprites have totally clean clothes. Yeah.
じゃあ俺は副長に状況を
Otherwise, you
伝え
know,
て
if
く
they
れ。
did have dirty
Ikuze,
versions or
Soma.
whatever, you know, that's some good detail for them. I know, it's like, there's only a few times when it's like, oh, their sprites might be bloody. Although we currently sat at a disadvantage, everyone was working hard to turn the tide. Yamazaki, I'm going to fetch some fresh water, and I'll get more bandages. I took it upon myself to help out, so I had to do everything I could to stay strong. However, the situation continued to decline. The Satsuma had driven our forces almost all the way back, and had now directed their fire straight at the magistrate. Cannons were now positioned on the high ground, increasing both the accuracy and potency of their shots. A few days later, the aggressive roar of cannon fire made the roof shake, and soon cannonballs were blasting through our walls. Oh dang, it's all red in here. It's over, Shinsengumi. We have the high ground. Oh yeah, that's gonna be soon for us, Saturday. Oh, that's gonna be fun to watch. Revenge of the Sith. Hijikata was irate, muttering to himself as he watched the magistrate succumb to the flames.
撤退だ。怪我人を連れて順次脱出しろ。命知らずのバカは俺と残れ。他の連中の撤退を援護する。
I used Hijikata's words to give myself strength as we filed out of the magistrate. You underestimate my memes. Don't try it.
雪村先輩行きましょう。
Defeated, we could only grit our teeth and turn our back on the magistrate, flames chasing after us. It was as if the fire was mocking us, waiting for us to slip before swallowing us whole. Me eat you whole.
雪村先輩大丈夫ですか？
Yes, I'm fine. The two of us ran through the forest, running and running and running. Behind was a massive plume of smoke coming from the magistrate, and the forest was covered in darkness. Even though we'd retreated, it wasn't long before enemy soldiers came to follow us out. Those who escaped the magistrate were almost immediately surrounded by a battalion of Sacho troops. Initially, when we escaped, we were accompanied by other soldiers, but the relentless enemy left us scattered throughout the forest. Before we knew it, Soma and I were alone. I wasn't sure how we were able to get away. As my feet were about to give from all the running, it was Soma who started to slow down first. Oh, he's tired.
この辺りで少し休みましょう、雪村先輩。
I think we should go a little bit further. I can still run.
そんなに息を切らせながらじゃまるで説得力がないですよ。それに俺の体力も限界です。少し休まないと動けそうにない。
Soma didn't wait for my response, leaning his forehead against a tall tree and catching his breath. My feet were aching as well, and when the fatigue kicked in, I nearly fell to my knees. I must have been more exhausted than I thought. Whether or not he did so intentionally to appease me, I was grateful that Soma wanted to stop. After taking him up on his offer, I collapsed on a nearby rock. I hope Hijikata and the other warriors are safe.
大丈夫ですよ。あの人たちはそう簡単に死ぬはずありません。
Oh, what about Nomura?
野村も普段は騒がしいですが、やるときはやってくれる男ですから。
Oh, yeah, sure we will.
合流できるはずです。
Right. Each of the allied soldiers were ordered to meet at either Yodo Castle or Osaka Castle. Originally, we had intended on heading to Yodo, which was far closer, but the trail was infested with enemy soldiers, so we had no choice but to choose the longer way. Is Soma a reincarnation of Dracula? Happens to be a character, or it happens to a character? Oh no, wait, there is a character in Castlevania with the same name. Okay, I wouldn't remember that, but no, he's not. But there are vampire-like creatures in this series, and well, oh, med's time. Well, you'll see.
大阪城へたどり着きさえすれば、近藤局長と沖田さんもいらっしゃいます。
Like, for each route for a character that we romance, most of the time they turn into these vampire-like creatures because they have a near-death experience or they kind of die. Or no, it is more near-death experience, so I feel like something's gonna happen to him. But if say like you're doing another character's routes, like Like, I don't know, it has to be the main character in that route to become a Fury, which is the vampire-like creature. But some of them absolutely do, like it's their canon event though.
それに何より大阪城といえば豊臣の代より続く難攻不落の城。あの場所を拠点にすれば必ずや再起が図れるはずです。
Soma was doing his best to encourage me, gripping his fist as he smiled. I'm so glad you're with me, Soma. Oh, nothing. If I had been dealing with all of this alone, excuse me, I would have been crushed by anxiety. But I had him with me. This whole time I treated him like he was my student, but I often forgot he was a man. No, not just a man, but a warrior. Anxiety? It made me blush thinking about how reliable he was for me. I turned away for a second to rummage through my bag. Let's drink some water and take a few more seconds before we set off again. I think I should have a flask in here somewhere. Oh. Oh. Wait, what? 2 glass vials filled with red liquid came rolling from out of my bag. Gee, Yukimura, how come your mom gives you 2 red liquid vials? Liquid! Upon seeing them, Soma froze immediately. Sorry for not telling you, but this is the water of life. As I was escaping from the magistrate, Sanan asked me to take it to Osaka Castle. He told me that we couldn't afford to let it fall into enemy hands. He wanted me to keep them safe, since I knew the circumstances. Soma looked like he was experiencing some inner conflict, which I couldn't blame him for. The both of us knew just how dangerous this stuff really was. Yes, you should try Metal Gear Solid on your PVM. Yeah. We'll catch you in a bit. Let us report back how it is. However, because of the circumstances, he didn't say anything. There was an unnatural pause in our conversation. I couldn't think of anything else to say to revive the mood. I gulped down some water and shook my legs a little before standing up again. Well, wanna get going soon? We've rested plenty, and it's best for us to meet with everyone as soon as possible. Oh god. Is it this I knew it. Okay, yeah, he's not dead. Huh? That voice. That cynical, condescending shrill of a voice. One I could never forget. The Shinsengumi's former captain of the 9th Division and member of the Guardians. Ito's little brother. What the hell is he doing here? Oh, great. Of course. Miki wasn't the only person, it seemed, who had been expecting our arrival. Oh, great. With him was a group of enemy soldiers, dressed in dark, form-fitting clothes, all armed with rifles. Why are you with the Satsuma warriors? Bakana!
暗がい野郎に文句を言われる筋合いはね。前にも言っただろう。
What's the right way? What's the right way according to the encyclopedia? Oh, he's not the right way. Let's see, after the disbandment of the Guardians, he joined the Satsuma troops to participate in the Toba Fushimi battle. But why is right way highlighted? Wow. The ring of warriors began to close in on us. Okay, I was feeling a burp. Never mind. Miki's eyes burned with hatred, showing that he hadn't forgotten his grudge against the Shinsengumi.
以前も言ったはずだ三木三郎。その恨みは筋違いだと。局長たちは伊藤さんが憎くて切ったわけじゃない。伊藤さんの方が先に暗殺を計画。
だからなんだってんだ。結果として死んだのは俺の兄貴だろうが。
Well,
おい、こいつらを捕らえろ。殺すなよ。殺すのは俺がやる。
くそ、雪村先輩、あなただけでもなんとか。
おっと、
Oh,
動くんじゃねえぞ。蜂の巣になるのが落ち。
a gun fired, its bullet flying just to the left of us, and I froze, cold sweat beating down my neck. We wanted nothing more than to escape, but we were vastly outnumbered. There was no way for us to fight back without being blown apart. The enemies captured us with ease. Ugh. Oh, what's that sound? What was that, bone? What?
聞いてるぜ。新選組は伏見の奉行所を守ってたんだってな。あれだけ今日で威張り散らしたお前らが薩長軍に太刀打ちもできず、こうして気の身気のまま逃げてくるとは無様なもんだ。
His lips warped in a condescending sneer. Then Miki poked at my bag with his slender fingers. This game sure does love describing slender fingers. Like, it happens so many times. As his nail touched the bag, he heard a clink, and his expression turned dubious. Uh-oh.
おい、なんだこいつは。薬か。答え。
Omnius.
話す気になるまで小僧を刻んでやってもいいんだぜ。
Thanks, Spirit
先
Hunter.
輩、こんな奴に答えてやる必要なんて。
It's alright. Even if I kept quiet, he'd find out sooner or later. This is a strong poison. Just a drop could kill someone. See, there we go.
つまりは
Oh, Yukimura is pulling that 4D chess move. Obviously, we knew the truth, but there was no way I could let him know what it really was. Besides, it wasn't too far-fetched to say that it was a poison, was it? I fell silent again, feigning defeat, and Miki continued to cackle as he turned to face Soma. There was menacing twist in his smile.
そういや、新選組は俺がいた頃から妙な題目を掲げてた。武士道にその
Excuse me.
死ぬなら戦って死ねだろ。くだらねえ時代錯誤なことばかりを。
黙れ！あんたに武士道の何がわかっ。
Damn, rip his throat.
口の聞き方に気をつけろよ、小僧。
Miki kicked Soma away, glaring at him, and then turned to his soldier. What if the lie makes him force feed it to Soma? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think. Well, yeah, it's. He's gonna be thinking, oh yeah, this will kill him, ah. But then, oh, he's okay, ah. Oh.
おい、その小僧を話してやれ。
Like, I'm almost 100% positive that's what's gonna happen.
はですが、
いいから話せっつってんだ。
何のつもりだ。
いいこと思いついたぜ。お前、こいつを飲め。
Drink this or I'm gonna cut her head off.
なんだと。
It's cough medicine. It's lean. It's grimace shake. It's ligma. It's prime. Miki tossed the water of life at Soma, smiling cruelly as he gave the order.
戦場で刀で戦って死ぬんじゃなく、自分で毒飲んで惨めにのたうち回って死ね。
武士だのなんだの騒いでるてめえらにゃ似合いの死に様だろ。
You damn petty. How could you? I was so angry I could scream, but in contrast, Soma only stared silently at the crimson liquid. No. No, Soma, you can't drink the—
お前は黙ってろ。
He smacked his hand against my mouth.
ほら、さっさと。
No, nigga. No.
No. Oh shit, why are you so close?
それとも斬首されて死骸を
Damn, I knew it. I called it. I knew he was gonna threaten to slice her head off. The only sounds I could make were muffled screams from under Miki's hand. I so desperately wanted to stop him, but all I could do was watch helplessly. Soma took a deep breath, and after he let it out, he smiled slowly.
信じてください、雪村先輩。
No. He put the vial to his lips, and in one gulp, he finished it. One drop slid down his chin, and as that drop fell to the floor, Soma's eyes grew wide. Uh. Damn, hear the anguish. Soma clutched his chest and scratched at his throat. Then he crumpled to the ground. Yup, like a puppet with cut strings. Soma! Answer me! Soma!
死にやがったか。見たかお前ら。このみっともねえ
You're
死に
laughing.
様。
A man just died and you're laughing. Damn, he's kicking him too? Bruh. Stop it! Just stop it! Miki kicked Soma's limp body, continuing his antagonistic tirade. However, Soma showed no response, nor did he show any signs of life. Why? Did the serum not work on his body? Did it actually become a poison? Soma, this is all an act, right? Please, hey, you're lying, right? Please, tell me so. Yukimura, please. Please, it's an act, or it's just taking its time. Why hadn't the water of life worked? Did Soma really... Soma. However, my current predicament made it so I couldn't fully voice the extent of my mourning. Miki, having taken great pleasure in watching Soma die, pointed his gaze at me.
さてと。お前はどうする？
Damn, how kind of him. Wow.
この俺に首をはねられるか、小渋滞の的になるのか、それとも今のと同じ毒でも煽って、この情けない小僧の後でも。
You're so... His unrelenting sadism pulled from me an anger I had never before experienced. Power up, Yukimura. This was the most furious I had ever been at one person in my whole life. Don't give up. Don't give in. Yeah. Don't give up. I'll never let you get what you want. And let me just make sure that's right. Yeah, of course that's right. I don't plan on dying yet. There are things I need to do. I projected onto Miki the hatred of a million burning suns. I did not want to die yet. I wanted to continue walking beside the Shinsengumi. I didn't want it to end here. Not like this! Tip, I'm so fucking mad. Yeah, exactly, that's her right now. However, as Miki continued to ridicule me, he fixed his hand under my chin.
言うのは勝手だが、現実を見ろよ。
Yeah, fucking kick his ass.
小僧は死んだ。周りは俺たちが囲んできた。
Come on, Yukimura, do something useful.
この状況でどうやって生き延びるって？ 選べねえな俺が選んでやる
Bruh.
お前も毒でのたまってし
Excuse me. Miki dug his fingers into my mouth, prying it open. He grinned as he placed the bottle against my lips. What would that even do? I don't think we've even seen her drink the water of life before. Now the serum responsible for ruining the lives of so many people was in my own mouth. Just then. I saw the flash of a sharp blade, and I was suddenly free. I spat out the bitter serum, making sure not to let a single drop go down my throat.
大丈夫ですか雪村先輩
Oh, there it is. Soma's hair had lost all of its color. His eyes were as red as the serum. The shadow rising to come to my protection was none other than my precious student. Soma, you look like... What? What does he look like, Yukimura? Oh. Yeah, he drank the water of life and became a fury, no shit.
すみませんお待たせしてでももう大丈夫です
しぶとく生きてやがってこの死に損ないが
Miki's face warped angrily and he gritted his teeth. Also, I like how Miki's not even reacting to Soma's new form. It's like, god damn it. Before he could anticipate it, however, Soma had moved to cut down 2 nearby soldiers. I felt that. Ooh, I could hear some mucus in there. Ooh.
なんだと
Yes.
うせ今すぐ殺せダメです味方に当た
1, 2, 3. The call of Soma's blade was answered by gruesome blood splatters. Soma, however, was so occupied with slaying his enemies, he barely seemed to notice. As he was tattered with gunfire and cuts from swords, Soma was completely drenched in blood. It teleports behind you. Nothing personnel, kid. Yes. However, he, or the fury he now was, didn't stop. He never bothered to look in my direction, consumed by his newfound lust for blood. Such a lust for revenge! Whoo! Miki, on the other hand, grew horrified by this morbid display. Okay, there's a reaction.
どうして死なねえんだよ
And before we knew it, the only things left were the 3 of us, and the metallic stench of blood. Soma stepped over the dismembered body parts, one by one, and approached Miki. Miki swiftly drew his sword, but Soma quietly blocked the blow. What if Miki, like, snatches the other water of life, and then he uses it on himself? Because I really feel like Miki's gonna be relevant for the next part. I'm getting final boss vibes from him for this route.
お前ら新選組はこんな化け物を作ってやがったのか
Oh, excuse me. Soma raised his sword above Miki, about to cut him down, but Miki made no move to resist. He simply stared back at the blade, sneering.
殺せよ化け物はお前らが兄貴を殺したみてえにな
Oh, okay. Step 4, accepting your death.
戦に勝つためにこんな力まで使って意に染まねえ奴を殺すそれがてめえらの掲げる武士道ってやつなんだろやれよ
Damn. Soma's sword trembled in his hand. I I don't think I should stop him. I don't know. Don't stop. Kill him! Kill him now! Soma swung his sword and it slashed Miki right in the shoulder. Let me see. Okay, you know. I don't know why I was thinking. No, okay. Alright. I just wanted to see that happen. Let's see. Stop him. Stop him. Before he could bring his sword down, my voice squeezed out of my throat. Do I think that option kills Miki? I feel like he'll run away. Like he usually does. Wait, Soma?
どうして止めるんです、雪村先輩。この男はもう完全に俺たちの敵だ。もしここで生かしておけば、今後も新選組を仇として付け狙うことは間違いない。今この場で切り捨てるべきです。
That might be true, but we had just been seconds away from death a few minutes ago. Soma's concerns were legitimate, considering the weight of Miki's grudges, but it wasn't Miki I was worried about. To me, you're the one who seems unsure, Soma. That's why I stopped you.
先輩には
Oh.
かなわないが。
Huh? Soma flashed a small grin. He placed his sword down and glared back at Miki.
行け。
Just do it!
今俺を殺しとかねえと後悔するぜ。
Excuse me.
だろうな。だから見逃すのは今回だけだ。次に会った時は容赦しない。
化け物のくせに甘ちゃんか。吐き気がするぜ。いいだろう。望み通り去ってやる。だがこれで恩を売ったと思う。俺は必ず殺す。
Damn.
お前たち新選組を一人残らず。
Yes, the revenge plot. Miki ran down the path out of the forest. As soon as he was no longer in sight, Soma collapsed to the ground as he'd used every bit of energy he had in his body. Soma, are you alright? Are you hurt anywhere?
大丈夫。少し疲れただけ。
Maybe it was the downside to fighting as a fury. He was panting heavily, and I supported him on the ground as I wiped the blood on his body. Soma muttered, as if he were too tired to even speak.
雪村先輩の言う通りです。
About what I said?
はい。俺はさっきミキを切ることをためらいました。俺たちの側にどんな事情があろうと、ミキが肉親を殺された事実には変わりない。俺だって近藤局長や土方副長、それに雪村先輩が殺されたら同じことをしないと言い切れない。そう考えたら手が止まってしまったんです。すみません、雪村先輩。結果的に奴を逃がしてしまって。
You beat Ocelot. He said you were pretty good and decided you should stop before you got sucked in. Keep going! No, but otherwise, that is a good place to stop. Stopped when she selected the option to tell you to stop. No. I'm sure this was for the best.
よかった
To be honest, I was so scared. I thought when you became a Fury that you'd changed forever. But seeing the way you acted back there gave me relief. You're still you, Soma.
ありがとう
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. That might just be what I need to bust. That might just be what I need to bust. Cause I'm busted. I'm busted! That's right. No matter how powerful he'd become, Soma's heart was still his own. Soma, who, since he transformed, had a grim expression, seemed to finally smile again. However, suddenly, Soma winced harshly, and he turned to face me.
まだです離れていてください先輩
What's the matter? It's 2025 and I'm doing the busted meme. It's 2026 and I'm doing the busted meme. 2027, I'll still be doing the busted meme. Dreamy bulls forever. Oh, fuck. Oh, hell. I shouldn't be surprised. Like, this is just a given at the end of every Kyoto Winds route.
風間千景
Of course. The last time they met, Kazuma had handily beaten Soma. Both Soma and I tensed upon the sight of this demon approaching us. You're working with the Satsuma? Have you come to help them? I've come for my bride. Hi, Chowder. Excuse me. Just bolted up all of a sudden. Chowder, wait. When did he go out?
What?
When did Chowder go out? Yeah, he's walking out.
He's like, you guys are too noisy.
滅びの道を歩むそいつら共にいる理由もあるもの
I've told you before, I will never go with you.
そうだ先輩は俺たちが守る
守るそのざまでか
Holy shit, what? What did he do? Soma attempted to lunge forward, but his body was too exhausted to move. Instead, his muscles gave way, and he collapsed on top of the stony cold ground. What are you... Yo, that sounded like a gunshot to me. Like, what the fuck? Like, you blasted him with a fucking rifle. I tried to draw my Kodachi to help. You're too slow. Ah? Before I could draw it, he knocked the wind out of me and I fell to the ground.
おとなしくしてしつけが必要ならためらうほど温厚で
Kazuma glared at me, then reached his hand towards Soma. Oh shit.
まがいものの鬼の力を手に入れて調子に乗っていたようだ
Okay, I wasn't expecting a CG like this, but here we are.
このざまでよく言えたものだ守るな
何度でも言ってやるさ先輩を守るのは俺の使命だ
守ると吠えるだけならば犬でもできる
Damn.
だが力がなければどんな思想も貫けない今のお前もそして幕府もな
He sounded he sounded like a little duck in the first grunt. the duck. Okay, okay.
笑わせる。貴様では守ることすらできぬ。
Kazuma slammed Soma's head into the ground, over and over, and Soma cried out in pain. However, his eyes still burned with determination.
どうやら根性だけはある。おい、幕府の貴様にもう一度だけ質問して。今、この女を守り抜くと誓える。
Excuse me.
ならば番犬の代わりと。
Kazuma is going off with the dog metaphors today. Kazuma suddenly cut his sentence short, and he stood up after shoving Soma down. He swung his sword artlessly, deflecting another blade from the corner of his eye. That's...
何者
Excuse me.
だ。
Hijikata? Oh, Yamazaki! Yamazaki! Inoue! Oh no! Their canon events are coming up. Oh god.
雪村君
And they're both here together. I don't think that usually happens. Shit. Yes! He still is.
だったら彼を連れて逃げなさい。ここは私たちが引き受けよう。
No! I'll stay and fight too. If Soma can move, then we can all get through the...
バカなやつら。わざわざ死にに来るとは。その傷ではいくらも持つまい。自らの墓標をここと定めるか。
Kazuma's cold, monotone voice sent a chill through me, and I gasped as I looked at Yamazaki. Red droplets were seeping through his clothes. Ugh. Both he and Inoue had blood dripping beneath their feet, collecting into thick red puddles. No! It's happening. You too. What are you two? Your wounds.
包囲を突破するとき
Bro,
無理をしす
no.
ぎたらしい。
ここまで必死に逃げてはきたが、風間の言う通りだよ。もう長くはないだろう。
No, that can't be. Don't listen to him. If I tend to it now, maybe I can... As if cutting me off, Kazuma swung towards Yamazaki. Both blades clashed, and though Yamazaki hadn't been cut, the shock made fresh blood burst from his wounds.
勇んで助けに来た。所詮
無駄ではないさ。ここで私たちが死んだとしても、
Hey, did you get
も
used
う
ones
背
of
負んで
these?
くれる者がいる。
I'm sorry?
Did you get used ones of these?
What do you mean?
These look like a little rusted, man. They don't have the protective seal on it that they're supposed to come with.
Oh.
See?
Sealed off though, like, it's weird.
I don't fuck with you. I just changed them.
Okay. Oh, you're funny.
Made you think of? Ooh, I'm on a roll today.
Yeah, I was scared. I don't want to fucking return that. Yeah, so I had to replace my windshield wipers for my car, so I bought some off of Amazon. And then Kyler comes in here, is like, they came in rusted. Or you guys heard him. Fuck it. But yeah, I should have done those sooner, cause especially when it's been rainy over here. But I better late than never.
雪村君相馬君
Inoue and Yamazaki shot a glance at me. I had known them long enough to know what their expressions meant, because I've been with them after all these years.
先輩
Hey, thanks for replacing them.
Welcome.
We'll leave for now. What? I landed Soma on my shoulders and we got up. We needed to survive, no matter what. To tell the others of what had happened here. To not let their sacrifice be in vain.
どの道放っておいても四半時もすれば屍に化ける身だ死ぬまで付き合ってもらうぞ風間千景
Yeah, pop off. As Soma and I fled the scene, Soma turned one last time to see them. Oh, it's the last time we'll ever see them in this route. Man, like, I feel so bad for those two. But especially Inoue, because at least Yamazaki has his own route where he survives, but Inoue? No romance for poor old Inoue. Man. Just let him live. All we could do was limp away. With the thought of our two comrades meeting certain doom in their last stand against Kazuma. Soma and I shared a quiet journey to Osaka Castle, neither of us speaking. I felt like if I opened my mouth, a flurry of uninhibited emotions would come rushing out. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Even the little coughs, I didn't mean to skip over that. Yeah, this is more like an inhale, too. Wow. From time to time, Soma would grip his fist to keep his hand from shaking, as if cursing how powerless he was. I struggled to find any words that could comfort him, so all I could do was follow behind him as he led us down the path. What would become of us? All we could do now was pray for the safety of the friends we left behind and continue walking. We followed the rough path. We finally made it to Osaka Castle around the middle of the afternoon.
相馬それに雪村先輩じゃねえか
野村に斉藤さん
お前ら生きてたのかよたく心配かけさせやがって
That was a very English sounding shout.
二人ともよく無事で戻った他の大使たちも喜ぶだろう
I'm happy to see all of you safe as well. We had only been separated by a short while, but it seemed like years since we'd last seen each other. Saito had caught onto the sight of me tearing up, and his expression softened. How was everyone else? Excuse me.
到着した順次休息を俺たちは早くたどり着いたので今は警護に当たっているところだ
各地の戦況の方は
はっきり言って悪い知らせしかねえよ伏見奉行所だけじゃなくそこかしこで敵に押されて撤退が始まってる淀城が裏切ったって話もあるし大使は怪我人ばっかと来た正直このまま攻められたら長くは持たねえだろうな
何を言ってるんだお前らしくもないことを難攻不落で知られるこの大坂城なら十分に敵の攻撃に持ちこたえられる俺たちがこの城にこもる限り薩長軍も容易に手は出せないはずだ
いやそれは
As we pressed Nomura for a response, he just looked down awkwardly. Did something happen? Nomura seemed reluctant to answer, but Saito offered an answer in his stead.
待て詳しい話は後だ
What could have possibly happened?
広間に副長がいるまず無事を報告してくるといい
As Saito had said, Hijikata was sitting alone in the common room, and the moment he saw us, his eyes brightened as he rejoiced to see we had returned safely. Since Soma had asked me to keep it a secret, we avoided the subject of him drinking the water of life. We gave Hijikata a summary of what happened, how Miki had defected to the Sacho, how blood had been spilt, and how he'd escaped. We explained how Chikage Kazuma had made an appearance. Hijikata's brow furrowed as we told him about Yamazaki and Inoue's sacrifices. After we finished giving Hijikata our report, he seemed to be taking everything in, and for a moment, he sat still. Eventually, he offered a curt nod. Then he looked up, and he disclosed to us news that shocked us greatly. We aren't going to stay in the castle?
それはどういうことですか？
どうもこうもあるか。今言った通り、そのままの意味だ。お偉いさんは籠城をしてまでここを守って戦う気なんてないんだとよ。何しろ総大将御自らすでに江戸にお立ちになったそうだ。
まさか慶喜公が他の者を置いて先に逃げ出したというんですか？
Soma's words may have seemed disrespectful or out of line, but Hijikata didn't scold him. He likely couldn't openly agree with Soma's words, but I was sure that Hijikata was feeling the same burning anger. Who would have thought the person who was charged with leading the shogunate would leave? Soma balled his hands into tight fists once again, and without holding back, drove them into the floor.
くそくそなんでだ
Wow, that's so anime of you, Soma.
この城を明け渡すなんてこれじゃ幕府が負けたと宣言してるようなものじゃないか。
やめろ相馬。俺たちはまだ負けたわけじゃねえ。
ですがこの状況ではもうどう考えたって。
確かに今回は俺たちの負けだろうぞ。この戦いは薩長軍の方が上手だった。そこは認めるしかない。だがたかが一回の負けがなんだ。どんな名将だって百戦して百勝ってわけにはいかねえだろ。
So dude. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, well I'm reading. Okay, well I'm reading now. Soma. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh yes, really? Okay. I'll do that.
Oh man.
I knew it.
Soma, who had clearly been lashing out, slowly began to widen his eyes. Hijikata moved closer to Soma. He patted him lightly on the shoulder and spoke calmly.
いいか覚えとけ。そう本当の負けってのは戦に敗北したことを言うんじゃ。
So true, Hijikata.
諦めた時を言うんだ。だから俺は絶対に諦めねえぞ。敗北を味わおう。傷つこうが仲間を失おうな。刀が折れていっぱい血にまみれても泥をすすってでも戦い抜く。それが俺たち新選組だ。
すすってでも
Soma stared at his own fists, taking in Hijikata's words. To Soma, they hit close to home. Soma had been forced to drink the water of life, but he had never given up. The fire in Soma's eyes was just like Hijikata's.
どうした？
Oh,
まだふぬけた
Mr.
ことを
Battle
言い
gonna
出す。
cry. I'm gonna need the ambulance. Was that a sigh though? Like, I keep accidentally skipping over the Soma sounds. Okay.
むしろ逆です。
Soma nodded deeply, then looked outside the window at the vast sky.
実は召集征伐の時も似たような状況がありました。
When you were in the Shogunate army?
は 戦で長州に圧倒的な敗北を喫した後、幕軍の幕府は
Oh my god, I did not mean to press the button. My
これ以
bad.
上
Whoops.
あの戦で長州に圧倒的な敗北を喫した後、幕軍の者たちはまるで艶のようでした。
Ah! Wait.
幕府はもう終わりだ。これ以上戦っても仕方ない。敗北を知った者たちは誰もが諦めて膝をついていた。だけどここは違う。土方副長たちはま
This
だ
is what
戦
I
う気でい
joined
る。
for. This is what I became a warrior for.
最後には勝つ気でいる。
当然だ。一部の連中は俺たちのことを随分過大評価してるみてえだ。もともと俺たち新選組は武士でもないとこからのし上がった連中だ。
There's another one of those in the fridge if you need a second
上品
drink.
に稼働なんざ思っても
That's the last one.
Okay. I'll probably save that for tomorrow. I'll buy some more too. Gotta go to the store.
負けても負けても食らいつく泥臭さの方が
Well,
むしろしっくりきちまうんだよ。
Ishikata never usually joked around like this, and from it, I felt myself relax a little.
相馬、雪村、お前らにもまだ働いてもらう。ついてくる覚悟はある。
はい。
Yes. Of course.
よし。江戸に帰ったら戦のやり直しだ。
The boys are back. The boys are back in town. Back streets back. Alright. Oh. The final chapter. The Kyoto wins portion. Here we go. After our meeting, things began progressing quickly. Seeing as how fighting without our political leader could have been a march to the death, the remaining shogunate men retreated to Edo by ship. While aboard our ship en route to Edo, I woke up quite early in the morning, and I went to the dock to view the sun rising over the horizon. We're finally returning to Edo. I watched the cold, wintry sky above. It had been exactly 4 years since I'd seen this sky in Edo. Damn, 4 years. In fact, it must have been the exact same sky I'd seen upon my departure to Kyoto. I had visited Kyoto with the hopes of finding my father and then returning immediately. 4 whole years flew by. Now here I was, returning to Edo alongside the Shinsengumi and joining them in their fight for their future. 4 more years of Obama! I couldn't have imagined this 4 years ago.
それは俺も同じです。
Gee, I wonder who that could be. I heard a voice, blending with the waves crashing all around us. I was surprised to see whom it came from.
俺も
Whoa, you're surprised? I'm totally surprised
使い
too.
続けていました。それが今や新選組の大使としてこうしてあなたと一緒にいる。きっと新選組との出会いが俺の人生を変えてくれたんだと思います。
Soma stood beside me, the wind rustling his hair. He got me through the most painful moment of my life.
雪村先輩、おはようございます。
The sun's rising pretty quickly, isn't it? How do you feel? Soma had become a Fury, which meant a human's day was the Fury's night, and the Fury's day was the human's night. If what Heisuke had said was true, then sunlight should have been painful for Soma.
昼夜逆転の話なら大丈夫です。少し目を閉じて休んでいましたから。それより江戸に着いたらまた戦いが始まりますね。
Are you scared? I asked Soma, who let out a small sigh. He shared with me a tender smile, and he shook his head slightly as he spoke.
むしろ嬉しいんです。 まだ戦う気持ちを持った仲間が周りにいてくれることが。市中では口差がのない者がこう言います。武士の世はもう終わったのだと。生涯をかけて剣の道を磨いてきた武士が昨日小銃を持った百姓に太刀打ちできず撃たれて命を落としてしまう。そんな世の中では武士など何の意味もないと。
Certainly in the eyes of the world that might be the case.
だけど先日の土方副長の言葉で確信しました。俺たち新選組がいる限
Ooh,
り
they got the
武士と
inspirational
いう存
music
在
here.
がついえることはない。
Giving his inspirational speech.
今ならそう言い切れます。
Right, I agree. We glanced at each other, then returned out gaze. We glanced at each other, then returned out gaze to the horizon, watching the beauty of the sky meeting the sea. Pretty sure the out is supposed to be R, but okay. Alright. As the sky reflected into the vast ocean, the horizon itself blurred. The waves moved the colors into each other. As long as men such as the Shinsengumi exist. So a couple years, yeah, just a couple more years. As I stared into the infinity of the world, I was only sure of one thing. The warmth of Soma's shoulder. I can't fucking read, hold on. As I stared into the infinity of the world, I was only sure of one thing. The warmth of Soma's soft shoulder resting against mine. Oh, she's got the doggy
今のままじゃ
doggy.
ダメだと思うんです。
What do you mean by that?
幹を倒すだけの力があってもあの風間には全く歯が立たなかった。
Not with that attitude.
奴の言葉は胸に刺さりました。守ると叫んだところでそれを貫く力がなければ意味がない。今のままじゃ俺たちを助けるために命を落とした
Oof.
山崎さんや井上さんにも申し訳が立たない。だから俺はもっと強くなりたいと思うんです。
Soma had taken the water of life, that cursed serum, and had already become so strong. Yet here he was, still in search of power, in order to uphold the values he cherished. And I was sure, for my sake as well. Excuse me. His sentiment filled me so much warmth, and yet so much guilt all at once. Yes, filled me. I placed my hand over my chest, gripping it tightly as I stayed quiet. Then I changed the subject. Soma, shouldn't you get some rest? Isn't being out here hard for you? I don't think you've slept much lately. One day we'll need to tell Hijikata the truth, and have him allow you to rest during the day. Soma didn't respond immediately. He closed his eyes instead, locking himself into deep concentration, and he responded slowly.
雪村先輩、俺が落ち水を飲んだことはまだ誰にも言っていませんよね。
Huh? Huh? No, I haven't. You asked me not to, Soma.
ならお願いします。
Ooh,
Soma.
secret
その
shit.
話は伏せておいてください。
Why? Even if no one knew, it wasn't something that could be hidden forever.
俺も本来だったら羅刹隊に入って昼に眠る生活が正しいとは思います。だけどそれではいざという時隊の役に立てない。
He paused for a moment, slowly sitting down on the deck. I sat down with him, and Soma turned to face away from me.
昼に眠くなるのは事実ですが、今後こうして雪村先輩と同じ朝焼けが見られなくなるのは。
You know, I just wonder how that works. Like, I get like with vampires, you know, of course they can't go out in daylight because it's like they'll burn. But like with the Furies, they don't nothing. They're just tired. Like all of a sudden their internal like sleep. Their sleep schedule just totally like flips automatically. Like what if they go to a different time zone? Like does it flip back? Like what the fuck? I don't know, I'm just thinking about that now. Get a parasol. Oh, you know what? No, maybe I'm tripping. The daylight does make them weaker, huh? Upset?
だってそうじゃないですか。
Soma's voice drew me in, its warm tenor engulfing me with each word he spoke.
あなたが眠る時間に起きて、あなたが起きる時間に眠る。
We protect each other.
満足に話せるのがこんな昼でもなく夜で。
Damn, this is what it's like when both me and Kyler are working. Great, I mean straight. Soma brought his head closer to mine, almost placing his lips right outside of my ear.
それはきっと
Oh.
とても
Oh.
寂しい。
Dang, his voice is so soft. His heavy weight slowly fell onto my shoulder. He sleep. The warmth of his skin made my heart skip a beat. Your first thought was Lugi. Oh my god. Aw, how cute. Oh, and now it's Yukimura's turn to be blushy. Aw. So, what? Okay, I thought we were gonna hear a little snore. Soma? Oh no, he is snoring. Wait, hold on. I need to. Okay, not this one, but this one. Like, just very light breathing. Oh. He must be exhausted. He's fast asleep. Look at this little resident sleeper. His light breaths tickled my cheek. At first I panicked, hoping he was alright, but what I saw was his adorable face, comfortably resting. Aww. I had imagined that maybe his lips would actually come to touch my cheeks. Whoa, Yukimura. Whoa. Damn, wait. I don't think she's ever had a moment like this. Damn, Yukimura fangirling over here. We see you. I could only smile at how he'd simply fallen asleep on me. Guess I can't really blame you. You fought so hard to protect me all this time. Even as we were fleeing from the magistrate, even as I sleep, I know you're watching over me. Honestly, I can't put into words just how grateful I am to you. I reached my hand out to him, and I grazed his own lightly, so as not to disturb him. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Oh, I have no privacy. Although he had become a fury, somehow his hand had retained its warmth. This was proof that Soma was still alive and still by my side. Aww. How cute. Don't recall Furies ever losing body warmth. Yeah, I don't recall that either. Maybe she's just like under the impression it's like, oh, he's dead. Or he is an undead, I guess, but I don't know. Soma's hands had slowly crept up, as if he was searching for someone to embrace in his sleep. I softly clasped both my hands around his, and I whispered to him so he didn't wake up. It's alright. I'm right here. Aww. Surely Iwar was waiting for us in Edo, and surely he would do everything in his power to protect me. So for now, at least, sleep well, my dear. Yeah, that is pretty sappy even for this game, huh? This is new levels of sappiness. Oh.
強くなりますか。あなた
Aww.
いつまでも
Aww.
守れる。
Imagine Yukimura just did this in his ear. Just like, oh! Alright, and that will transition us into the Edo Blossoms portion, but yeah, no, honestly, I never really expected Miki to ever be relevant, but here we are, so I can't wait to see how this will develop. So I wonder, maybe it's gonna be kind of how Edo Blossoms is gonna end, like the finality, the final moments of this route. I wonder if it's also gonna be, you know, similar. Like we fight Miki first, and then it leads up to Kazuma. Like here's the mid boss and then the boss or something like that. Like maybe it's my little prediction here. But yeah, it is nice to finally see Miki actually like be kind of a little more involved, because it's only ever like we see you and they're like, oh, this is Ito's brother, and that's it. So yeah, that is cool. It is also funny that we get Loud Boy 2, like Yuki Kaji really going ham on Soma's voice. Love to see it. But yeah, we still got plenty of time, so of course we'll do what we can. Okay, master. Let's kill the Satsuma. Reach! Oh man. Well, Steel Ball Run, that premiere gets ever closer. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really curious. To see how it goes. And plus, this is the first time they ever have like what is it? Didn't they say it was like a 42-minute long episode or something? Like, damn, they're popping off. But they should go strong for Steel Ball Run. It's gonna be March. Was it March 19th? Hold on, let me fact check that. Let's see. Yeah, like the Instagram page for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, like they keep updating, or they like have these little flashback moments throughout the series. Yeah, March 19th. So soon. The Amazing Digital Circus episode 8 is March 20th. Man, so many things coming out in March, and like the March 19th thing, Kyler was telling me that Crimson Desert, it's a game that's coming out also on the 19th. Yeah, I just realized the new JoJo's season is gonna come out the same day as Crimson Desert.
And there's a Hunt Showdown event.
Yeah, so many things. Wow, March. Oh yeah, also Kyler and I are seeing Nine Inch Nails on Tuesday, so that's gonna be fun. They're gonna be in Anaheim, so I'm looking forward to that, because I missed my chance to see them last year, but I'm glad I could see them this year. This is gonna be great.
Jelly. Concert coming up.
We do.
The concert's next week.
It's next week. Few days. Jelly, yeah, it's gonna be great. January 1968, right?
Would you just get another ending?
Yeah, but not quite. It's like a transition period into the next part of the game, or route. So here's their little recap. The Battle of Toba Fushimi ended with the Satsuma and Choshu victorious. Excuse me, as the shogunate troops retreated. Excuse me, the Shinsengumi headed towards Edo. 4 years ago, I came to Kyoto all by myself in search for my father and met the Shinsengumi. I was now leaving Kyoto, where I had made such fond memories. In battle, he became a fury to protect me, and I chose to walk alongside him. Who? She didn't even name drop him. Who? we would head to Edo without knowing what fate awaited us. Ooh. Ah, yes. Yes, that's it. That's the game, boys. Pack it up. No, but alright, yeah, we still have time. And while that's transitioning, I don't know why Hakuoki Chronicles of Wind and Blossom doesn't have its own category on Twitch, but what I like to do is I like to line them up with the respective portions. So I'll just switch the category. Can't believe that was the take they went with for that line. Oh! Like, what did Kojima see in that? It's funny, but like, why? Prologue. Whoa, look at that little close-up. Alright, time for even more recap. Winter 1863. I traveled to Kyoto in order to search for my father, with whom I'd lost contact. In that city, I bore witness to a horrifying— You know what? No, we can skip this part. This is the same old usual intro. I'll just— Once it gets to Soma's part, we can— Yeah. One day, as I was growing used to daily life with the Shinsengumi, I met Kazue Soma, who eventually became the chief's page under my tutelage. And Chuck is calling it. Alright, well, thank you for dropping by. As always, appreciate seeing you here. Hope you have a lovely rest of your night. Get a good night's rest, and we'll catch you later. See ya. Wonder what it's like being in the dev office, whatever, with a bunch of other people making an Otome game. Yeah, huh? Like, how many people are pitching the ideas, and it's like, you draw this CG, or like maybe there's like a few artists, and it's like they argue over the CGs. Like, that is a good question. Or a good thing to ponder. A group of— We know. It was later revealed to me that I was of demon descent, which is why they were relentlessly pursuing me, but thankfully for me, I had Soma as a protector. Yeah, they're like, draw more man titty. Bringing that to the boards. When fighting broke out between the Shinsengumi and the Guardians of the Imperial Tomb, a feud arose between Soma and Saburo Miki, whose brother was killed in the conflict. This all culminated in an attempt on Chief Kondo's life. However, the winds of change were blowing. Anti-shogunate sentiments were spreading. We know. Blah blah blah. Soma and Miki reunited during the battle. Soma was forced into consuming the water of life and became a fury. The Satsuma Choshu, however, were ultimately victorious, and so the Shinsengumi were forced to flee Kyoto, the city they called home, and head for Edo. And this is where our journey continues. Damn, the fucking sleigh bells, I was thinking snow halation. My Siva Gunner brain is on today. It's really on. Yeah, time for more cool opening. You know, no, wait, it doesn't. I wish that when you're on in the menu for this game, I wish it would loop between both sequences. Like, I would like to see this one a little more. Like, what's with that? I feel like there was something I was gonna say back before. Gone. Wait, I thought he died. No, we'll see. I am interested to see Sakamoto's route. Honestly, to be honest, I think he's gonna be next after Soma. Yeah, let's bring this guy. Let's make sure this guy doesn't die. Oh yeah, that Kazuma route's gonna be interesting once we get to it. Yamazaki died, but that doesn't stop him from showing up in the intro. Yeah, but he also has his own route. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, so speaking of Yamazaki dying, the worst fucking death he gets in any of these adaptations, I think, is in the anime adaptation, because he survives. He survives when they start leaving for Edo, but he dies on that fucking boat ride. Like it's just so fucked up, because it's like they kind of give you a little like ounce of hope, because it's like, oh, he made it with us, yay. And then he just dies, and then that's the end of that season. Like, fuck, dude. That's fucked up. Like, I feel like that's worse than him, you know, just, you know, his usual canon events. We can skip. Yeah, we can skip this. This is all normal. Let's see, Nagakura, Harada, and Nomura looked after the soldiers on a day-to-day basis. And us. Okay, what are they saying about Soma? What does the dictionary say? Or the encyclopedia? So it's number 2 now? I thought this was number 4. Oh, whatever. I turned my head to where Harada was looking. Wow. There stood Soma in the courtyard, putting his weight behind each swing of his Habibi, Hamor, Habibi. A blade that is dulled and is unable to cut. Yeah, I was a little curious. Habubu. I must grow stronger. Yeah, yeah. Bikini. Your itsy bitsy something something yellow polka dot bikini. I remember my aunt used to always sing that song for karaoke. Rest her soul.
ご心配くださってありがとうございます。ですが、俺の体のことは俺が一番よく分かってますから。
And so Soma tried to go back to his training. Whoa. Nagakura held onto Soma's shoulder as he continued to warn him.
いいからやめろって言ってんだろ。そんな無茶してたら肩がぶっ壊れるぞ。
It seemed like Soma knew he couldn't continue after receiving a direct order.
申し訳ありません。俺、汗を拭
Let
って
me
きます。
get you some tea. Soma bowed and headed towards the well without another word.
何考えてやがるんだ。連日近藤さんや土方さんの友で出かけて疲れてるだろうに。暇を見つけるとすぐあれだ。
He's gonna overexhaust himself.
やっぱり鳥羽伏見の戦の時のことが答えてるんじゃねえかな。
No one knew that Soma had become a fury. He was carrying on his duties as before, even when the sun was high in the sky. Not only that, but he spent every free hour practicing his swordsmanship. It was only a matter of time before his body gave out.
お前の方からもよく言っておけよ。無茶はするなってな。
I'll try. So I said, but in truth, I understood where he was coming from. I didn't want to berate him for it. I just wished at the very least that there was something I could do to lessen his pain during the day. Perhaps Heisuke would know.
おはよう。誰もいねえみてえだけど、またみんなで飲みに行っちまったのか。
Oh, Heisuke, do you have a minute? There's something I've been meaning to ask you.
なんだよ。
I darted my eyes around the hallway quickly, making sure no one else was around as I explained myself.
のが羅刹になっちまったって。
Yeah,
本
it's
当
a
なのかよ、それ。
secret. Yes, he made me swear not to tell any of the other warriors, so please keep it discreet. How dare you break your swear, Yukimura Kaban.
分かってるって。他のやつには言わねえよ。しかし昼間ずっと起きてる上暇を見つけて稽古ばっかりしてるって無茶するなあいつも。
Exactly. That's what I thought. He's worried he wouldn't be able to carry out his duties as before if he were to enter the Fury Corps. Heisuke doesn't seem like a very good secret keeper, but maybe he'll prove you wrong. Yeah, I know, huh? Well, we shall see. So, I wanted to ask you, is there anything we could do to help mitigate his discomfort during the day? Well, I have these meds.
一応ねえわけじゃねえけど。
Really?
ああ、少し前
Yep, there it
松本
is.
先生が手紙と一緒にこの薬を送ってくれたんだ。
Heisuke reached his hand into his pocket and pulled out medicine wrapped in paper. The medicine that we never use, yeah. And you know, I am curious. It's like, you know, if you choose someone's route, like Heisuke and Sanan, it's like we never really see them use the medicine. Like what would that be like? Like we only ever get to see our whoever we're romancing, like see them suffer the effects of being a fury. Of course, you know, unless you're doing Heisuke or Sanan's route, but that's kind of a given.
もし昼間動いてて苦しくなったり、
And even then, if you want to get the good end, you don't give them the medicine, yeah. So, like...
あくまでも気休めに過ぎねえから過信するなとは言われたけどな。
I see. Thank you.
お前にもいくつか分けてやるよ。そうまあ少しでも楽になるといいな。
Of course. Thank you again, Heisuke. Afterwards, I waited in the common room for Soma to return.
あれ、雪村先輩、まだ起きてたんですか?
Welcome back. You see, I've actually been meaning to speak with you, Soma.
俺に?
Yes. Ever since we've returned to Edo, you spent all your free time training. How have you been managing? Everyone's starting to worry that you might be overexerting yourself.
平気ですよ。長倉さんには肩が壊れるなんて言われましたから。
Well...
俺は羅刹なんですから。たとえ壊れてもすぐに治りません。
But the fatigue... Don't say that. It hurt to hear him speak so lightly about his own well-being.
鳥羽伏見の戦の時、俺は何もできませんでしたから。あの時亡くなった井上さんや山崎さんの分まで働かなくては。
Soma had a strong sense of responsibility, so I half expected this out of him. Okay, Makoto. Yeah, except Makoto's worse. Man, what should I say in return? Are you sure? Pretty sure. I think we have to show that we're looking out for him. Let me see. Don't push yourself. I understand. Just don't push yourself too hard, okay?
はい。
Excuse me.
雪村先輩は心配性ですね。
Oh, I need to open up the Edo Blossom's guide for him. Unless...
次に会う時は差し違えてでもミキを倒
Oh
さなくてはいけ
no.
ませんからね。
Kazue Soma. Soma. His choice of words felt like an eerie premonition, sending a wave of anxiety surging through me. Just then... Okay, that definitely was not the right... Hold on, I just want to make sure. Edo Blossoms. What? Oh, there it is. I'm like the usual site. Like Google didn't show it as first results, and I'm like, where is Otome Kitten? Yeah, it is. Are you sure? Go back. Go back. All right. I had to be Omni-Man. Are you sure you're okay? Oh, yeah, and immediately here.
大丈夫に決まってるじゃないですか。
He's not
信頼して
okay.
ください。
I sighed in relief at how sure he sounded, and then...
次に会う時は
Okay, and he
差
says
し違えて
this.
でもミキを倒さなくてはいけ
So
ませんから。
arbitrary. I know, right? Fuck. Soma. Yeah, okay, just see, it was the same shit, man. Soma's knees gave out. He crumpled to the floor, face twisted in agony. In a flash, his hair went white from root to tip. Are you alright, Soma?
平気です。三男さんや東堂さんもこの苦しみを味わっているんですから。
I decided to give him blood. Give him blood now, but I always say if I had a choice. Because I have choices. Imagine if it didn't have the little indicator I selected the right option. Yeah? It's like, what the fuck do I choose again? What did I choose again? Soma, you need blood.
何を言っているんですか。そんなことできるはずが。
If the bloodlust robs you of your sanity, then what good will you be to Kondo or Hijikata? You should pick up the pristine blade this time. Yes. And then we will slay the princess. That's why. Please.
ですが。
Soma wasn't budging. I was forced to take matters into my own hands. Without a second of hesitation, I drew my kodachi and sliced my palm open.
何をするんですか、雪村先輩。
The color in Soma's face drained. I stretched out my bloody palm towards him. Drink my blood. Your sanity depends on it, Soma. 何をするんだ? He was pale, staring at me as a coat of sickly sweat dripped down his face, but eventually...
失礼します。
Soma shivered as he went behind me. He covered my eyes from behind. Soma? What are you doing? Ooh.
好きな真似をしてすみません。
Yeah, they're definitely gonna zoom out, but look at Yukimura's face. Dang.
血をすすってるところなんて
It's so nude.
見られたくないですから。
Oh, there we go. Little. Joke's on you, Soma. We're third person here. I can see everything. I felt his heavy breathing on the palm of my hand. Then his soft tongue darted out, hesitant, before alighting on my wound. Pain shot through me with every one of his strokes.
先輩、どうして俺なんかのためにこんな。
I heard his voice behind me, faint as he tried to muffle it as much as possible. Maybe I had gone too far. Don't mind it. Just focus on letting this pass. At last, the staggered rhythm of his shallow breathing began to calm down. It's been forever since you saw the word alighting. Me too. Yeah, people don't usually use that. A few days later, thanks to Hijikata's efforts, the Shinsengumi managed to rent a mansion owned by a Hatamoto in Edo to use as headquarters. Hatamoto is so fun to say. Motomoto. Reminds you of a 500-page fantasy book describing a griffin landing. What? Oh, interesting. Shortly thereafter... Wait, you know, we know what happens here.
一時はどうなることかと思いました。
Okay, but I'll listen to them though.
お元気そうでよかったですね。
当たり前じゃねえか。新選組の局長だぜ。
You know, I don't know. There's something about Nomura's voice that just doesn't... It doesn't really match him to me. I don't know. It just feels weird hearing that voice come out of his body.
弾の一発や二発食らってもどうってことねえよ。
At least most of the time.
しかも大名になられたとか。我々も今後は今までのような態度で接するわけにはいきませんよね。
やめとけよ。大名になろうがどうしようが。近藤さんは近藤さんだろうが。
Oh, Nagakura, you're so funny.
はい。
Soma looked perturbed at Nagakura's uncertain phrasing. Oh, you know what? It is getting a little closer to that 2-hour runtime. Alright, I think this is a good stopping point here. But yeah, no, we've made it to that Edo Blossom section, and we'll see how long we go for this one. Yes, I'm always intrigued. I'm always intrigued to find out what happens next. The differences. Oh, excuse me, but yeah. Thank you guys for tuning into the stream. As always, love chatting with you guys and hanging out. If you're just watching, I'm always glad to be entertainment. What's next? Fallout New Vegas is next. So look forward to that later today. But yeah, mata nene, my dudes. Hope you guys have a lovely rest of your night or day, wherever you may be. And I'll catch you guys later. Take care. Stay safe out there. And peace out.